Comfort feeds weakness. Stop it. They say comfort is a good thing, a soft bed, a steady job, a quiet life. But here's the truth. Comfort is the silent killer. It doesn't stab you, it doesn't punch you in the face. It rocks you to sleep while your dreams slowly die inside you. Failure might hurt, but at least it keeps you alive, at least it teaches you something. Comfort teaches you nothing. It makes you lazy, it makes you slow. It tells you you're fine, when deep down you know you're not living at your highest level. Some people die at 25, but aren't buried until 75, and all they did in between was stay comfortable. You weren't made for that. You were made to fight, to grow, to stretch beyond limits. Every great thing in life sits on the other side of discomfort. So if you're tired of feeling stuck, if you know there's more in you, then this message is for you. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to wake up. Because starting today, we're stepping out of the comfort zone and into the fire where real growth begins. Comfort always feels good in the beginning. It feels like safety, like peace. No pressure, no failure, no expectations. You wake up when you want, you do what's easy, and you avoid what makes you sweat. But here's the problem. Greatness doesn't grow there. You never meet the strongest version of yourself in a soft place. You meet them in hard times, in tough decisions, in late nights and early mornings. The person who lives in comfort too long forgets how to fight. They lose their hunger, their edge. They start making excuses instead of progress. And slowly, without even noticing, they trade their potential for peace of mind. Every person who has done something great in life had to walk through pain. They didn't stay in what felt good. They stepped into what made them uncomfortable. Think about it. No athlete becomes a champion by staying in bed. No entrepreneur builds a business by playing it safe. No leader earns respect by avoiding pressure. Growth is not a gift, it's a war. And comfort is the enemy that keeps you from ever stepping on the battlefield. It whispers in your ear you've done enough. It tells you to rest when you haven't even started. And the worst part, it makes you believe you're okay while your dream is dying in silence. You can't climb a mountain from your couch. You can't change your life if you're not willing to change your habits. Every time you avoid discomfort, you reject your own greatness. It doesn't mean you have to suffer all the time, but it does mean you need to stop choosing easy just because it feels good, because what feels good right now could be the very thing destroying your future. Comfort is a slow killer. It doesn't hit you all at once. It takes little pieces, your energy, your goals, your drive, until one day you wake up and wonder where your fire went. The truth is, it didn't disappear. You just got too comfortable to carry it. Failure may hurt, but it speaks. It teaches, it sharpens. When you fail, you learn what doesn't work. You learn what needs to be fixed, and you grow tougher from it. Every loss has a lesson inside it, if you're strong enough to listen. But comfort teaches you nothing. It keeps you numb. It keeps you blind. It makes you feel okay even when you're falling behind. That's the danger. With failure, at least you know something's wrong. You feel the sting, and that sting pushes you to rise. Comfort, on the other hand, gives you just enough peace to keep you still. It convinces you to settle. It robs you of urgency. Most people think failure is the worst thing that can happen, but it's not. The worst thing is staying in the same place for years because you're too afraid to step out and fail. The world has too many people sitting quietly in their comfort zones, going nowhere, doing nothing new, learning nothing real. They haven't failed in years, and that's the problem. They've also stopped growing. Failure forces you to face your weakness. Comfort hides it, and what you hide, you can never improve. When you fall, you see what you're made of. You find out how bad you want it. That moment after a failure, that's where true growth begins. Because it forces you to decide, do I give up or do I get better? And every time you choose to get better, you become more powerful than the version of you that never tried. That's something comfort will never give you. It gives you a temporary high, but no depth, no roots, no fire. You can't build a strong mind in a weak environment. And comfort is the weakest environment of all. You need to fail. You need to fall flat on your face sometimes, because each failure is a lesson in disguise. Each loss carries a seed for something greater. But you only find it if you're willing to stand back up and try again. Comfort will never ask that of you. It'll only ask you to stay still, stay quiet, stay safe. And before you know it, years have passed, and you've gained nothing but time. Your dream isn't waiting in a comfortable place. It's hiding behind the work you don't want to do, behind the early mornings, the late nights, the rejections, the failures, and the moments when you feel like quitting. That's where your dream lives. And if you're not willing to go through discomfort, then you're not serious about what you say you want. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants freedom, but not everyone is ready to bleed for it. Not everyone is ready to walk through the fire when it gets hard. But your dream doesn't care how you feel. It cares how bad you want it. Discomfort is not a punishment, it's the price of chasing something bigger than yourself. The dream demands you grow, and growth is never comfortable. It stretches you, it breaks your limits, it pulls you out of the small box you've been living in. You can't build a new life with the same mindset that built your old one. Something has to change. And change never happens inside comfort. It happens when you're tired but still pushing, when you're scared but still moving forward, when you're unsure but still showing up every single day. Though too many people treat pain as a stop sign, but real ones see pain as a green light, as proof that they're on the right path, that something is shifting, that progress is being made. Every breakthrough you want will cost you something. It might cost you your habits, your pride, your old circle, your time, but it will cost. The question is, are you willing to pay in discomfort today or in regret for the rest of your life? You can't cheat the process. You can't take a shortcut to purpose. Every great story was built through struggle. That's what makes it great. That's what gives it power. If you want to live your dream, you must walk the hard road, because that's where it's hiding. It's not avoiding you. It's waiting to see if you're strong enough to step into the fire and claim it. Failure gets a bad name, but it's not your real enemy. Failure is part of the journey. It's loud. It's visible. It stings, but it wakes you up. It tells you something didn't work and forces you to adapt, to grow. You can bounce back from failure. You can learn from it, use it, build something stronger with the pieces. But stagnation, that's a slow death. It's quiet. It feels safe. It looks like routine, like habits that go unchallenged, like a life that's fine, but never full. Stagnation fools you into thinking you're doing okay, when in reality, you're just standing still. The scariest part about stagnation is that it hides behind comfort. You wake up, do the same things, think the same thoughts, and make no progress. But because there's no pain, no drama, no failure, you think you're winning. But deep inside, something is dying. Your ambition fades, your spark dims, and one day you look in the mirror and realize you haven't moved forward in years. That's not failure. That's something worse. That's the quiet loss of potential. That's stagnation. You must understand this. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. There is no such thing as standing still in life. You're either rising or falling. The world keeps moving, and if you're not pushing yourself, life will pass you by. People think failure is the biggest threat to success, but it's not. It's the comfort zone. It's doing just enough to survive, but never enough to thrive. That's where stagnation lives, and it feeds on your fear of trying something new. The most dangerous man is not the one who fails often, it's the one who never tries, who never risks, who never steps outside what he already knows. He may look calm, but inside, he's stuck. And stuck is no place for someone with a vision. Your calling demands motion. It demands growth. Even if you fall forward, at least you're moving. At least you're becoming. That's something stagnation will never let you do. Growth doesn't happen when life is easy. It happens in the fire. In the moments when you want to quit, but don't. When you're tired, uncertain, scared, but still take another step. That's where strength is born. That's where your future is shaped. Not in comfort, not in safety, but in the heat of pressure. Growth isn't clean, it's messy, it's painful. It forces you to let go of who you were so you can become who you're meant to be. And that process hurts. But that pain is necessary because it burns away weakness. It forces out fear. It reveals the truth. You're stronger than you think. Most people don't grow because they avoid the fire. They want the results without the struggle, the victory without the fight. But it doesn't work like that. There's no shortcut to growth, no cheat code for becoming powerful. You've got to earn it, step by step, breath by breath, choice by choice. And every step through the fire makes you tougher. Every test makes you wiser. Every setback becomes part of your foundation. You don't grow from avoiding challenges. You grow from walking through them head on. There's no way around this. If you want to rise, you have to be willing to get burned a little. You have to face the doubt, the pain, the pressure. That's the cost. If you're not willing to pay that cost, you'll stay the same. You'll stay small. You'll stay safe. But safe won't take you where you want to go. Safe won't build the life you dream about. Only the fire will. Think of steel. It gets stronger in the flames. You are no different. Every hard moment, every time you choose to keep going, you're being refined. You're becoming more. It may not feel good, but it is good. That pain, that pressure, that's progress in disguise. You just have to be brave enough to stay in the fire long enough to see what it's making of you. Legacies aren't built by people who play it safe. They're built by people who risk, who stretch, who refuse to stay where it's easy. No one remembers the man who chose comfort over courage. No one looks up to the one who stayed quiet, stayed hidden, and stayed the same. The world honors the ones who showed up when it was hard, who kept moving when nothing made sense, who stood tall in the face of pressure and pushed through anyway. That's what builds legacy. Not talent, not luck, but the decision to step out of comfort and into purpose. The comfort zone may feel good now, but it never leads to anything great. It's a trap dressed up as peace. It keeps you busy but not effective. You do the same things, follow the same path, and expect something to change. But nothing changes until you change. And change requires discomfort. It requires decisions that scare you, conversations that challenge you, habits that stretch you. You don't create impact by staying hidden. You don't inspire others by staying soft. You have to do something that matters. And that will never be found inside your comfort zone. Think about the people who left a mark on this world. They weren't sitting on the sidelines. They were in the arena. They were bleeding, sweating, breaking, rebuilding. They gave their energy, their time, their heart. They faced rejection, failure, fear, but they did it anyway. Why? Because they knew comfort wouldn't carry their name past their lifetime, but purpose would. Legacy would. Your story is being written right now. Every day you either build your legacy or you delay it. And if you keep choosing what's easy, you're not just slowing down your future, you're burying your name. The world doesn't need another average life lived in comfort. It needs people willing to get uncomfortable to make a difference. Your legacy starts when your comfort ends. It starts the moment you stop running from hard things and start running toward them. When your time is up, you won't care about how comfortable your life was. You won't think about how soft your bed was, how safe your choices were, or how easy your days felt. What will hit you in those final moments is what you didn't do, the chances you didn't take, the voice you silenced, the dream you buried. That's regret, and it's the heaviest thing a person can carry. Scars, on the other hand, tell a different story. They tell the story of someone who lived, someone who dared, someone who fought even when it hurt. You see, scars show that you were in the battle, that you didn't run when things got tough, that you risked failure, that you put your heart into something that mattered. Regret shows you stayed on the sidelines, that you let fear win, that you lived small even when something bigger was calling you. The truth is, both pain and regret leave marks, but only one of them makes you proud when you look back. You're gonna get hurt in life. That's not a maybe, it's a promise. But the pain that comes from pushing your limits, chasing your dream, and putting yourself out there, that pain has a purpose. That pain builds you. Regret doesn't build anything. It just reminds you of what could have been. And that's why you must choose your pain wisely. Choose the pain that comes with growth, with purpose, with living, all out. Don't choose the silent pain of playing it safe and never becoming who you were meant to be. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to win every time. But you do have to show up. You do have to try. You have to be willing to fall, to fail, to get bruised, because that's how you build a life that matters. At the end of your story, let it be said that you went for it, that you left it all on the table, that you died with scars on your body but none on your soul. You got one life, just one. And every day you spend hiding in comfort is a day you'll never get back. This world doesn't need more people playing it safe. It needs more people willing to take the hit, risk the fall, and stand back up anyway. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to move despite the fear. Because comfort is quiet, but so is regret. And if you're not careful, you'll mistake the silence of comfort for peace until it's too late. Start now. Not next week. Not when things feel right, not when you're ready. Now, get uncomfortable, take the step. Fail if you must, but fail forward. Get the scars. Wear them like medals, because the pain of effort will always be lighter than the weight of regret. If this message woke something up in you, don't let it fade. Lock in. Stay hungry. And remember this, comfort will kill you faster than failure ever could. If you're ready to leave the comfort zone behind and step into your real potential, hit that subscribe button right now. Tap like if this hit your soul, and share this with someone you refuse to watch waste their gift. Let's build something that lasts together. One decision at a time.